Okie dokie, just switching over the scenes here. Hopefully everything is going to be running through just fine. I did get one unstable internet notification, but I'm also not seeing any dropped frames. So I don't know if it was just like an automatic alert or something that it was sending me, but it looks fine. Looks like TikTok is live, looks like YouTube is live. Okay, so hopefully you guys can hear me. As always, I would love it if you'd give me a thumbs up to let me know that I am in fact live with audio. Audio's never been my strong suit, and I'm always scared that I'm gonna mess it up. But hello, Caitlin, Katrina, and Monicap. Hi, welcome. Caitlin, thumbs up, thank you so much, and Crystal over on TikTok, thank you guys so much for letting me know that you can in fact hear me. So, here's what we're doing today. Your builds. If you guys have build questions, roofing that needs fixed, window questions, foundations versus platforms, anything like that, this is the stream for you guys. So I do have a hashtag set up, so we're gonna check and see there first if anything is up there. But just basically, like, if the stream is slow or whatever, I will be looking up. Oh, I don't need to put the hashtag in. There we go. Sam Help Live is the hashtag. Nothing's up there so far, but that's all right. So if you're not able to join the live, you can use that hashtag and go on up. So if anybody has a build, you can let me know in the chat boxes. Just let me know your gallery ID. Yes, I can check out an old build as well. I need to know gallery ID, your lot title, and then whatever it is that we're trying to sort out today. So if anybody has one, you can send that. Also, a couple of fun announcements. Over on YouTube, I do have memberships set up right now. There's only one level because I only have like one thing to offer right now, which is exclusive emotes. Gallery ID is SuperStardre. I start looking that up. So if you go over to the membership thing, it's 99 cents. If it doesn't show 99 cents, there's something up. Somebody's charging you extra. But yeah, so that's a thing. No pressure, just if you're like, wow, this content is amazing and you want to give me 99 cents a month, you can do that now. Okay, so you guys are also going to have to bear with me as I am the slowest typer on the planet. Okay, so it looks like we have a few builds here. We've got a shell challenge. I don't want to touch that too much. This says park. Is it actually a park? It is a park. Well, that's cute. Is there any one of these specifically that you're looking at? Foundry Cove? Ooh, okie dokie. Oh, I like this one. Okay, so this is a 20 by 15. Just in case the gallery crashes, I want to save it to my library real quick, and then I'll go find a 2015 lot to put it on. I know Newcrest has some, so we'll just go there. I'm wondering if I should start a new save for these streams, just because this one can get kind of slow with all the insane amount of builds, but we shall see. There we go. Okay, so what is here right now? Oh, this was a little cottage I re-roofed back in May. So now it should still be here. It is. Perfect. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and place that. And then wait, there we go. This is quite a collection over here. I think this is the only build in this neighborhood that that's actually mine. None of the other ones are mine. Okie dokie. Hey, Canna, welcome. So I believe, let's take a look. It looks like we were trying to go for sort of that classic gambrel Dutch colonial style roof here, which is fantastic. I love it. However, since this part here is so narrow, I don't think the change in pitch is quite dramatic enough, so I'm going to look inside at that. I might move some of your walls, but we'll see what you have going on. And then I know it's overlapping a little bit here. I think this should be, is this eave sticking out? No, so we'll have to adjust the pitch there too. That's fine. We'll fix this eave that's sort of clipping as well. Yeah, mostly just a few roof pieces not lining up seems to be the main thing with the roof here. And then we'll take a look at this front part as well. Inside, oh, looks like it's just like a shell. Cool. I don't think anything in here has to be really messed with, so I think, yeah, I think everything is looking pretty good here. I'm going to work on the roof and then give you a couple of tips on that landscaping as well. PlayStation is hard with roofs. Yes. Dude, so much respect for all of the console players. I'm going to set this to the side. I don't think I could do it. I genuinely don't think that if I got on console, I would be able to do anything. It's, nah, I don't understand it. So if this were my build, I would want the roof pitch to be pretty much consistent through the whole thing. So I would recommend pulling this out. Now this is going to be a pretty large bathroom, but I noticed you had closets in some of the other bedrooms, so perhaps this could turn into a closet or something like that. You could split this so that you have an ensuite and extend the hallway down to the bathroom, something like that. But this is going to make the roof look a lot better. You have a build you could use help with. That is the stream. This is the stream for you to be in. That's what we're doing today, is one build at a time, checking them out and seeing what we can do. I figured this way you guys will get a lot more help too than just the 3-minute videos. And I'll try and keep an eye on the chat as I work as well, so if you have questions while I'm going along, please ask them. Ooh, this also gives us the opportunity to grab some floor trim here to just place over the garage door, which will sort of separate it a little bit better, so I'm going to do that. And now, for real this time, we're going to grab a roof piece. So, on PC, I just got that weird internet message again, but I'm still not getting dropped frames, so I don't know why it's giving me the internet alert. But if TikTok is giving you problems, I am live on YouTube as well. Why are you causing problems, TikTok? Okay. Because I should... Hang on, this happened last time too. Everything looks like it's fine down here. The TikTok app is just being weird. So anyway. Alright, TikTok, it's telling me that it can't connect right now. So, hang on. Okay, so if you're on TikTok and you can hear me, I'm going to keep going, but the app is being dumb and not, like, staying connected. And there's not much I can do about it because my internet's working fine, and I think that YouTube is fine as well. Is YouTube, are you guys having loading issues over here? I don't see any alerts over on this window, so I think it's just the TikTok live app. Okie dokie. Well, that's delightful. Okie dokie. Andre, you're over here from TikTok. Thanks. Katrina, everything's fine over there. Awesome. Okay, so it's just the TikTok live app. That is unfortunately out of my control. Hey, thank you for the follow, Pumpkin. So, tri-level. I have not successfully made a tri-level with a basement yet. I'm going to go back to this roof piece here, though. So, this roof piece, half gable here. If you're on PC, you can hold Alt, and that will... If you're on PC, you can hold Alt. Well, okay, normally... What is wrong with you? Why are you the way that you are? We're just having all the problems today. Okay, there we go. Hey, if you're on PC and you hold Alt, you should be able to maintain the same height as you resize your roof, which will make it a lot easier since the default height of the roof is the same as the short wall height. That's what I wanted to tell you. And that's what we got eventually. Okie dokie. So that will make those line up on either side there. And then we can pull in the side eaves on the top part as well. So this is the exact same shape as you were going for at first. It's just all I did was widen this room so that the pitch is going to be a little bit, the change in pitch rather, is going to be a bit more severe and just read as a better shape. So there we go. Yes, I'm sorry about the TikTok thing cutting in and out. Unfortunately, I genuinely have no control over that at this time. And then we'll copy, rotate, and place this piece on the top here. To rotate, I'm just using the keys on my keyboard. For me, it's the comma and period keys, so that's super helpful. We're just copying and placing these same roof pieces. I probably didn't have to actually delete the main roof because that was totally fine. It's just the rest of it was causing a few issues. Okay, so there's that sort of covered. Now we do have this little bit of roof here and this piece here. If this was, oh no. I have not streamed or recorded in so long. Oh hey Kenna, nice to see that you switched. Okie dokie. So if this was my build, I would pick one style of roof, either the half gable or the gable, to place on both of these. Since I already have the the gables going, I am going to start with those. I know that they're on opposite sides of the build, so in the end, does it really matter? I guess not, but I say that it matters. So what we're going to do here is pull these side eaves back out, and then I'm going to hold shift to just pull in this one eave. Now that is actually another command, I believe, on console. I think you can do that one. I just can't remember it off the top of my head. So that's a shame. I should probably pull that up for when I stream. Alright, so now I can pull that in, and there are those roof pieces. And then on the back here, we do have a bit, just a little bit here that I'll probably cover with, probably with a half gable actually. No, I don't want that room, thank you. These little narrow bits can be kind of tricky to work with, in my opinion. Just because it depends really build to build what you want to do with it, but I think I am just going to grab a half gable to extend it a little bit, make it pretty flat, nothing too flashy. We don't need pizzazz, we just need the rainwater to roll off. So I think that will do all right for the back of the house. Oh, and then I also want to grab this and pull it all the way through just to finish off this side, like so. And that's probably about how I would re-roof this one. So again, the main difference is really just that we widened this and made the pitch more consistent throughout the rest of the build. But I think that it makes a pretty big difference. So that's why I do that. Oh, and then we'll of course put this back on the roof where it belongs. So there is the after. Everyone can get a little look. And we will grab the before again. So again, main difference is just we adjusted this front part, but I think it made a bit of a difference. So I can upload this to the gallery if you want, but it was also a really simple change, and really I didn't have to do half of it. I could have just done this, but I did the whole thing because I wanted to. Okay. Which program is this? You've tried looking at my TikToks. This is just the Sims 4. Base game is free to play. Everything actually on the screen right now is base game. This house is base game that I just did. Of course, there's literally $1,000 worth of downloadable content that you can purchase. But if you just want to like play around with building houses, I love the build mode in this game. Let's see. Katrina, I already answered most of that with a tri-level. I have not done a tri-level that I've completely loved. Or wait. No, I'm thinking tri-level with basement. I have not done a tri-level with a basement, but I have done a tri-level not with a basement. The way that basements work is just, it's not working great. Monicap, could you use help on a build as well with landscaping? I'd love to. So I will do that one next. More builds if I'm doing roofing things. I love roofing. I will never stop roofing. Kenna, thank you so much for your videos. Have helped so much. You are so welcome. Sure, just credit you. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. It automatically shows who the original builder was. So I'll just pop that on the gallery so that you can grab it if you want to. So I usually, when I do these, I just leave as much of the name as I can and add re-roof. And then we do roofing request because the rest of it was great. So, oh no, wait, that's right. I was going to show you the landscaping. Now, maybe it just didn't place, but I would recommend adding some terrain paint around under your build. So I'm going to do that. I just want a small-ish circle brush that's sort of toward the soft side, and I'll grab some dirt. And pretty much you just want to paint a little bit around anything that touches the ground. And as some commenters have pointed out, it's not entirely realistic to have dirt under all of your plants. that is true. This is one of those instances where realism isn't necessarily the best answer, because what this does is it provides a visual separation between the plants and the grass, and between the house and the grass, and it's kind of like it's just like an outline, you know. So it's kind of what that is. Oh, that's right. True. Terrain on console is just a whole other animal to deal with, but I think that this is another one of those things where if you're able to do it, it will make a pretty big difference. Plus, then you can make like little random bits in the ground, like where Sims would walk and stuff, and it just adds some texture and whatnot to the build. So, recommend that. Almost done with the terrain paint around here. Also just makes like your swing sets and stuff look so much more realistic. Okay, so now I'll upload it to the gallery. Same thing, 1802 Foundry Cove reroof, and we will add down here, there we go, roofing request hashtag TikTok, and when I upload this, it will just give that you have like that you were the original builder. So I'm missing siding. Yes, this is just, I was just throwing on a new roof onto this one. There we go, see? So it'll just like do it there. So yeah, what I try to do with these is like the minimum necessary because it's not my build. So I'm just trying to give a good direction to move on so the original builder can basically better fulfill their ambitions, I think is a good point. Good way to put that? I don't know. Again, it's been a hot second since I've recorded or spoken on a mic, and I cannot speak. Mariah, welcome. Thank you for the lurk. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Hi from TikTok. Yes, again, sorry about the connection issues. Tech, hey, you made it. I'm having issues with TikTok, so if you're bored and want to figure that out later, that'd be sick. Okie dokie. So, I believe we already had another one come through. Let's take a look. AwesomeMonica. Okie dokie. I will pop back out to world menu and watch. Now it's going to be a 20 by 15. I thought about just doing these all on a 64 by 64 so I didn't have to switch between lots, but then if I re-upload it to the gallery, I don't want it to be the wrong lot size because that's just not kind. AwesomeMonica? Did I read that right? We're gonna find out. Haha! Okie dokie. Lot is Comfy Cubby. I'm seeing one Comfy Cubby right at the top, so I'm gonna go with that one. Oh, is this a... hang on. I got sidetracked because it's rainbow. Puzzle house. Is this one of the, like, challenge things where it's a bunch of rooms on a lot and you have to put them together? That's what this makes me think of. And I've always wanted to do... Dude, okay. I have an idea for you guys to make rooms and then I put them together. That would be really fun. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. It is a 20 by... oh my gosh. Okay, fine. 20 by 15. We're going back to the 20 by 15. You know what? We'll do the other 20 by 15. This was on purpose, guys. I promise. Shenanigans. I love that name. So glad that you made it here. Thank you so much for joining us. Can't join this. I don't know what that one is. So unfortunately I can't help with that. Wow, that was a very loud vehicle that just went by. Don't know if you heard that one. You spelled out pride, did a puzzle from that. Oh! Okay, cool. I noticed some of the rooms were funky, but I didn't spend too much time looking at it. I just got distracted because pretty colors. Gallery type and take a look. There we go. Okay, first of all, I absolutely love the whole shape that you have going here. Okay. I was gonna ask if you used the Shift-C to get the extra curving controls, and it looks like you did. That is so fun. Alright, and we are looking at landscaping for this one. I'm gonna read your whole message again. Could use help on a build as well. I feel like I'm awful at landscaping. Whenever you get the chance, my guide is on. The lot is Comfy Cubby. Did you have a specific vision you were trying to get with the landscaping? Like, do you want me to just completely scrap this and start over, or do you like some of what you already have going on here? Mariah, you're just watching a Sid Mac Puzzle Shell Challenge video. Yeah, I think I will add that to the list of things. So for the summer, hi X, welcome. I'm hoping to do one of these streams a week where you guys submit your builds, I give you a hand with whatever I can, and then do at least one other stream that week. You want it to be cute and it's not? Okay, I can go with that. At least one other stream a week where I would like do a poll and then you guys would vote on what we're doing. So if you haven't already, I have a poll up on my TikTok story right now and on the YouTube community thingamajig. So you can vote there. I think the options are either I roast my own builds or we do a bunch of your random like little build ideas that wouldn't quite make a full video. Okie dokie. So let's see. I like the picnic area and all of the flowers. How many flowers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 flowers. 5? No, 1, 2. 4. Okay, I'm wondering if we're trying to do too many different plants on one lot. So I might reduce that a little bit. Let's see. The house is adorable. Let's see if we can get some landscaping going here as well. I don't want to completely get rid of everything because I want to use the plants that you were using. Is move objects okay? I'm going to turn it on. And then if you decide it's not okay, I'll fix it. There we go. Ask for forgiveness, not permission, or something like that, right? So I am going to keep the same plants and just move them over here so I can copy them and then delete the rest of them so I can see what's happening a little bit better. I think that's one of everything. All right. Oh, and it looks like you have some harvestables as well. I will leave those alone. Also, the fishing sign does, I believe, have to be in the pond, so I'm going to go ahead and move it into the pond so that it'll be functional. I'll leave your stickers. Okie dokie. So now that we can see the yard a little bit better, definitely want to add some more terrain paint around here. I think the tree next to it is cute, and maybe flesh this out with more of a flower bed. Yes, remove objects. Sick. I don't think your Sims have a walking path. They have to go around everything to get everywhere. Okay, we can definitely work on that as well. Ooh, this is really steep. Okay, I think we are going to do a wee bit of terrain manipulation here. If I raise the water, okay. Raise the water a little bit and smooth it out a smidge. Went the wrong direction with the brush size. So I think this will help your, this should help your Sims access the pond a little bit better. So that will be good. The picnic table definitely pushing it. Your Sims need half a tile of walking space to get around, but I think if I do this, we'll be okay. So I am reshaping a couple of things, but overall I don't think the vibe has changed. Second time ever trying a pond. Oh, well, it's not, the pond itself isn't bad. We just need to change up the edges a little bit so that it is more accessible to your Sims. I mean, and if it's just for cute decoration, that's one thing, but if you're here asking me for help, then I'm going to do building how I do building, and I like things to be accessible as possible. I think that should be okay now. I don't know. It's better at least, so we have a better chance of things happening. Is that a little bottle of honey? It's a little de-stressing decoction. I don't know what that is. I need to stop getting distracted and just put plants in the ground. Okay, so I'm also going to move the mailbox to face this direction so that I can place some flowers here around a tree. That is clipping in. Let's scale you up. Ah, sad. Oh, is this? No, this isn't debug. It's just being rude. Okay. So I think I want to try and get this to be shading the swing set, but not necessarily enveloping the swing set. Maybe we'll just scooch it over a little bit. Then we will grab some flowers. Now, with it being such a small lot, my gut is telling me to get rid of one of your flowers because you do have so many. I like this one a lot. This one's really cute. So I think I'm going to get rid of your hydrangeas and try to minimize the number of flowers that we're putting out on the lot. That might help as well. So now do the old Shift-Alt to place a few flowers over here. Also, I don't know if you guys saw them or not, but I do have landscaping videos currently on YouTube where I go way in depth on how to like plan out a landscape and stuff. So you are if you're looking to get more into landscaping in The Sims, you can watch those videos. They are very, very long. The first one is like 45 minutes, I think, but it covers everything landscaping. Ponds, flowers, how to pick your flowers, why I'm limiting the flowers, how to pick what colors you're using, all that stuff. So I personally think you should all go watch it and make sure you watch all the ads too. Oh, hey, thank you for the heart me. Oh, you're on my team now? Well, welcome to the team. I didn't know I had a team. So that is news for all of us. Grab some little pink flowers as well. This shouldn't mess with anything, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, so I wanted to do a little bit of a flower bed here, so there's my little flower bed. I might scooch the mailbox out a little bit further. Do I want to add a fern? Maybe just one back here, since that's sort of the shrub in this situation. Landscaping is exhausting. Okay, I love the building and the landscaping. It's the furnishing that I can't stand. Okay, so there's that, and then we'll add terrain paint under it. Also, I noticed a depressing lack of rocks. You know how I feel about rocks, so we're going to add some. Now for this particular world where we are, this gray color is going to be the best. However, if you were to move this to a different world, you'd want to change the rock color to whatever the world, like, rock color is. It's definitely a, like, it makes an impact. It's weird how much of an impact it makes. Everyone talks about decorating our cast, but landscaping is its own thing. It is. Hi Savage, welcome. I never added rocks till watching your channel. You know what? It makes a difference. I didn't add them for the longest time, and then one day I was like, you know what? We should probably like use some of these items. Like, even when I started making YouTube videos, I wasn't really doing rocks yet, so shame on me. Okay, so from here we are just going to use those exact same plants all throughout the rest of the build. This definitely feels like it wants to be more secluded, so I'm going to grab another one of these elm trees. Is it going to look super duper terrible scaled up? It is going to mess with the build. Okay, so I will leave it at its normal height, but I want to put this next to the pond. And grab a few rocks. Scale those up as well. And then we'll just add some more flowers and things around there. Grab some ferns. Ooh, here's another, okay. I try to not get into arguments with people on the internet. Genuinely, I know, you're shocked. But I do try to be nice. However, if you are going to tell me something and then I prove you wrong and then you insist that you're right, I will fight with you. And one of the fights I had recently was about ferns growing next to the water. I live in Michigan. I like to think I'm fairly familiar with what plants grow around water. You can't walk more than 10 feet without hitting water, I swear. So, I was talking about how you can place ferns next to the water. Somebody got really mad about that. And it turns out there are actually ferns that grow literally in water. So, take that, random internet people. You guys didn't need to know any of that, but I'm placing flowers and it's kind of boring, so you get to hear random stories now, I guess. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm going through and I'm adding the exact same plants that I already had over here. I like to scale some of them up and down for a little bit of variety in height, but by using the exact same fairly limited selection of plants throughout the build, what we're going to do is provide cohesion where otherwise it might feel a little bit too chaotic. And I am going quite dense since this is really giving me like forest cabin vibes, so we are definitely running in that direction. So now, From the front of the lot, we have 2 flower beds with trees, with rocks. We have a little pond, and all together, this should be providing a really nice framing for the house. Sorry, I got distracted because the Nightbot came up, and I forgot that Tech was going to add that chat, so I was confused. Also, when you add trees, especially large ones, make sure that they're not blocking your house. So we're looking pretty good here. I think we can add probably some more landscaping around this side. I completely missed you had a birch tree back there. I'm just going to ignore that and leave it alone. And over here, you do have some harvestables. I don't want to interfere with them too much, but I might add some flowers along the back here. And I will put this tree back because I think that was a good call. I'm just going to scooch it a little bit closer to the pond, I think. I think we're good there. Okay, so that's that. I'll add a couple of little plants over here. Probably just the yellow flowers, if I can grab them. There we go. Excuse me. Oh, I've also heard a lot of people turn off the like auto camera placement thing that makes your camera raise and lower depending on where you are in the lot. I have not been bold enough to do that though, because it requires actually going into the game code, and that just feels really scary to me. Hey Britt, you're trying to configure a roof like that. Can I click on the roof pieces? Yes. So this is not my roof, this is another build, but this is a half gable over here. If you press Shift C on your keyboard, you can unlock extra curving controls, which this builder has done here to get that curve there. Then this is a curved gable on the top, another curved half gable to the side, and this is another gable here. So it's 2 gables and 2 half gables, just all put together to make this really cool sort of asymmetrical wonky roof line, which I absolutely love. You like to make your childhood homes? I have not done my childhood home, but childhood home through dream home as your sim grows sounds like the absolute most adorable thing. You're doing a Glimmerbrook home? Ooh, this roofline will go great in Glimmerbrook. That is a great call. Let's start with some rocks back here, because you know why. So I'm just going to grab a couple of rocks to place here. This is going to cut off this walking path, but because this is open, I'm not too concerned about that. And then I'll just grab a few of these plants. Not too many, just a little bit. I want to make sure your sim still has plenty of space to do what the sims need to do. But it will also help the lot just feel a little bit more full. That was the wrong button. There we go. Ooh, I'm going to just raise that fern a little bit to put it on the rock. That'll be good. Hi, Montana. Welcome. You know what? Let's grab a couple of those pink flowers too. There we go. Okay, so that... I think that's decent for plants. Now we're going to go through with some terrain paint and fill that up. I'm doing all right, Will. Montana, Wilhawk, you have a lot of names, so I'm calling you all of the names. Doing okay, but I haven't streamed in a long time, so my Englishing is not doing too hot. Oh, also, hey, if you haven't already and you want to, join the Discord. We've been at 99 members for like a week, and it's low-key driving Mr. Sam crazy, so if you want to help him out, you can join the Discord. Let's grab... I think you have the piney one. Where is that? Is that in the grass? It is. Scratchy in patches, so we'll use this one. The build is great for Granite Falls. I think it's actually... It might be for Granite Falls. I'm not 100% sure. Yes, we have a Discord. It is, it's full of very talented builders, that is for sure. So if you're looking to just hang out with some Sims people who are kind of on the nerdy side, 10 out of 10 recommend. So we'll add this dirt under everything. I'm also going to add it in the pond to give that a bit of a softer edge, sort of blend it in to the ground. Now, I also like adding like a super dark mud to the base of my pond. It's one of those things, just like rock colors, where it's a really subtle difference, but I feel like it makes enough of a difference to be worth adding it. So I'll add some more paint over here. I'm also going to add it under the foundation and under your other, I almost called them appliances. like the stuff over here. Structures. That's a good word. I should use that word. So that's good. Stevie, what is my favorite holiday? That is a really good question, actually. I don't know. Okay, I love 4th of July. I really enjoy doing like barbecues and fireworks, like all that stuff. I love that. I'm an American and yeah, we have problems. Okay, everybody has problems, but overall, I enjoy it here. I like lighting things up and exploding them. So, I don't know. But Christmas also, just like the family and the cookies and the baking, that's fantastic. Christmas has a lot of really good memories for me as well. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Those are like polar opposite holidays, but I enjoy them both very much. Um, oh, this lot is in New Crest. I missed the question, but that is the correct answer. This is on a 20 by 15 in New Crest right now. Also for swing sets, I like to do under the posts, obviously, but also, oh no, that's not what I want to do. I want to make this one. I also like adding like a little bit of a patch under the swings because I don't know if you've ever seen kids on swings, but they drag their feet an awful lot. Put some under the grill, please and thank you. There we go. Under the foundation and under your other plants and the telescope, and a little bit of a walking path there. So that's alright, so we're almost done here. Is there anything glaringly obvious that I just completely missed? Now would be the time to let me know. Just add a little bit of a path coming off there too, because it's cute. And I will check messages and texts, chat, whatever it is called in these apps again once this is done. I think that's everything. Oh, make sure we add some under the trash can. Okay, let's check again. Cynthia, welcome. I want to say you found your videos very recently and they're very helpful. Well, awesome. I'm glad that they're helping. Thank you for all the time and detail you put into them. It's upping your building game for sure. Well, I am so glad that it's helping out with your building. Yeah, the Build Like a Nerd video specifically was like a huge gamble. I was just like, you know what? I've never seen a video like this, probably for a good reason. Everybody's probably going to hate them. But here we are. And this is just sort of an extension of that where I just care way too much about what's going on in your houses. Let's see. Yes, Montana is in the Discord, a regular contributor, specifically in the building channels, and a very talented builder. So definitely recommend checking those out. Also, you're newer to building, like 6 months? Well, awesome. Yes, I didn't see any other messages with lots and whatnot, so Shenanigans, if you can give me your lot title and or gallery ID, I would love to take a look at it after this one. Do I want to see the new and improved Darden family house? You would improve it like every 3 days. If it's not already in the... Bleh. If it is in the Discord, I'll see it later. Or if we want to check it out later on here, we can take a look as well. But you know, if you give me your ID on here and I take a look at a build, I will pick it apart. The terrain paint adds so much. It really does. Oliver, this is New Crest. It's really full right now. I use this a lot for these videos. So New Crest is a base game world. So base game is free, which is super duper exciting. I just wanted to show you guys where the lot was because apparently a few people were asking, but it's taking a second. Okay, so I'm building over here right now, but yeah, New Crest is quite full. Back to building. It's a Victorian? Dude, I love Victorians. You think you'll keep this version? Yeah, I'm not gonna bet money on that. Okay, so we're gonna jump back in real quick. So the target on this one was landscaping. Would you like this one on the gallery? I can definitely put it on there. Let's take a quick look at the before as well, though. To be fair, this is in a different season, but we moved around the landscaping quite a bit and kind of bunched it up more as opposed to it being more spread out like it is here, and added terrain paint. So there is the before. And here's a look at the after. So again, sort of bunched up the landscaping instead and cleared out the center here for your Sims to be able to move a little bit better. Alright, I'm not getting the error message on TikTok anymore, but if you are getting like not a very solid stream on TikTok. I am also live on YouTube right now. It's not having connection issues. The TikTok live app thing on my computer is having connection issues. So yeah, you can join us on YouTube if you would like to. Call this comfy cubby landscape redo. And we'll go ahead and upload that. And then we'll wait. Oh, no worries. I figured I can always take it down. Again, one of those like, you know what, I'm going to ask, but then I'm actually just going to do the thing, and then you can decide how you feel about it. So this one is pretty pack heavy, if you guys are looking at it, but really, the roof is such a fun shape. I absolutely love that. So that is on the gallery now. Also, I'll leave these on the gallery for like a week or so, and then I'll take them down just to make sure that it's easy for people to find their builds, and also so I don't accidentally take credit for your builds for people downloading them and stuff. So, hey Bailey, welcome. It's going. My Englishing isn't going very well today because it's been a hot second since I've streamed, but it's doing a good time. Ash, hey, welcome. Yeah, we're doing build requests and stuff. Well, not build requests. Like, if you have a house that you're struggling with something on, I'm fixing it, or at least offering feedback today. So that's what we're doing. Let's see. I think we had another one lined up. cheypai, okie dokie. Let's take a look and see what lot size that is. cheypai, I don't know. Okay, when I put in your account ID, it's not showing up. If you play though on console, I've heard that sometimes you guys have two names for whatever reason, but let's see if I can get the lot title. Dragomir Bend. It says it's all one word, so let's see. Ah, okay, cool. This looks right. 3030. Now it looks like you built this in the vampire's world, so we will jump over there. It's so exciting. Do I have every world now? If I don't have every world, I'm really close, and it's been so nice to actually be able to put everybody's like houses in the right world. Okay, with the underscore. Well, I did find it, so we will do that. You have two names and you're on console, so it's yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with that. Another thing that I can't control and just have to learn to work around. Do we have two 3030s in this world? Fascinating. You work at a library, and ever since seeing the Build Like a Nerd videos, you've been eyeing the 728s. Oh, it's architecture. Okay, thank you, because I would not have known what 728 was. It was a while ago that we learned about the Dewey Decimal System. And honestly, I don't even know why we did. Like, it's probably because most of our textbooks were pretty old, but does anybody even use that really anymore? Because I feel like everything's all digital now. I guess it's still like a categorical thing, though. Anyway, yeah, the architecture books. I was in a bookstore recently, and I actually found 3 of the books that were on my list, but 2 of them were just too beat up to be worth purchasing, unfortunately. But I did find a really cool one. If I had a camera set up, I'd show you, but obviously I can't. But it's Victorian Domestic Architectural Plans and Details. It's on my shelf right in front of me. Oh my gosh, like, love it. I absolutely love those old books. Okay, so let's take a look at this. This is quite the project. This is very large. Kudos to placing all of those vines. I know that can take a really long time, especially if you're trying to not cover all of the windows. Oh, good. Place to die. Every build needs one. Your childhood libraries use the Dewey Decimal System. It's digitalized but still there. Yeah, so I think I misspoke. So I'm thinking, I understand it's probably still used as like a organizational thing, but we learned like how to use it, except we couldn't find a library that was still like utilizing the system to the point where we could go in and practice. I was homeschooled, by the way, if that answers any questions. I feel like that will answer a lot of questions. Okay. Let me see. So let's scroll back up and see what we said. I'll take a peek. Did you say what we were looking at. Empty vampire Victorian, no worries. What's your gallery name? You can't build houses in your Sims pregnant and you need a new house. My gallery ID is Salmon Bean, so same as my name here, just no spaces. Right now I'm looking at other people's builds and things though as well, so if you see one you like, go ahead and grab it. Okie dokie, we struggled with roofing this one. I see. Okay, so I appreciate that the vampire world is cloudy, like I understand for storytelling purposes, but for building, kind of frustrating. I think the landscaping is spot on. I love it. The only thing I would maybe do, since it is such a very dead theme, is add more dirt and stuff to it. But I think the landscaping is really good for this build. The roof, though, I could definitely see where we're having some struggles, so I think I'm going to... Am I going to do? I think I'm going to do I want to completely scrap it? Maybe I won't completely scrap it, but we can point out some things that aren't quite working for us. So, and I have the build cam mod again, so that's awesome. I can do this now. So let's just get it centered here. Overall, I think that your roof is too shallow. Now, overall, if the pitch was just normal, it wouldn't look as shallow as it is, or it wouldn't look as shallow. It's just because so much of it is sort of closer to flat because of the curve. I think we need to overall bring the height of the roof up. So I definitely want to do that. I would like to maybe introduce some more roof over here to break up this really big rectangle. I know that you have the vines breaking it up as well. Also, I don't know if those windows are centered, and that's bugging me a little bit, so we might look at that as well. And we are just going to completely re-roof this section. So let's see. Are these windows centered? The door is centered, but the windows are all off by like a quarter tile. Okay, you didn't ask for windows, so I'm not going to touch the windows. Let's look at this roof though. Oh, another thing with the curving of the roof is it can be really difficult to get the pieces to line up properly, which is a bit of a shame. If I pull the eaves in, okay, I'm going to pull the eaves in on there so that they're not clipping through that little bit of trim, and let's see if we can get this as close. Just thinking on the fly here, I might lessen the curve a little bit as well. I appreciate the aggressive curve, I just think it's a little bit too much. So I think I'm going to start over with this piece instead. Same general shape though, there's really not much wrong like with the shape. I think it's just the roof pitch. Yep, and see there's why it's not gonna line up properly. Because I could pull this over, but then the issue is going to be, oh, and then it can't be adjusted that high. It's not going to line up properly, and then we've got more issues. All right. New plan. What is the new plan? I don't actually have a new plan. You just downloaded it, you don't know how to use it, the build cam mod. So if you've downloaded and enabled mods, all you have to do in build mode is hit tab. And then you can move around with your mouse, W, S, A, D, Q, E. Those are your controls. It is so handy, especially if you're trying to take screenshots. The windows are okay to fix, okie dokie. Oh, hey, Erica. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you sleep well. Could I use a dormer and expand? Perhaps. This is already 3 stories. I'm trying to think right now how to best do this because I don't hate the curve. I think that it gives a lot of personality to the build. The issue is that the game doesn't like the roof to be that tall, and I really don't want this roof to be any shorter, so I might see, like, if I bring it down so that the roof is completely covered, it's being annoying. I'm also going to replace the tower roof. I guess we'll just replace everything and then see if we're still having problems. Oh, and then I'll have to move this too. Okay, I think that's good. Okie dokie. So we just basically gave the roof a little bit more visual space. I think that's helping. Still not in love with the tower roof, but I'll come back to that in a second because I want to address this. I'm going to move you. So over here, your octagon was just covering everything, but what we're going to do instead is just have the octagon cover this front bit here, and then have a gable on this back part. Now, this does leave a valley, where basically the water is running in a direction it shouldn't be and running straight into the build. However, Victorians are actually one of the few styles where it's totally nerd approved to do that. How do I want to do these eaves? So Victorian styles would actually have some weird roof shapes like this, and it's not like the smartest thing ever, but remember, the people who built these things were stupid rich, so I don't think they cared that much. Alright, I'm going to do Shift C and try to match the curve of this a wee bit. I'm not going to do quite as dramatic as it was before for a few reasons. First of all, we already talked about it just makes the roof look funny, and second, it is such a pain to make the roof pieces line up properly. Did I just get that on the first try? Oh my gosh. High five me. Oh, Erica, you sent a heart too. I'm sorry, I'm so focused on this roof, I wasn't even paying attention. Savage, can't do the style to save my life. Yeah, so this is definitely Victorian direction. I'm guessing the inspiration was Gothic Victorian, possibly, although with the boxier shape it could definitely also be an Italianate, although it is a little bit too ornate. Anyway, Victorian of some sort, possibly a mishmash, but again, this is me being an absolute nerd, so I'm always reading in more than should be read in. So that's how I'd rather roof the tower there. Now, I'm not thrilled that there aren't a lot of open faces, but I'm also not seeing any great place to add them, unless we add them back over here like you already had. So let me just grab some roof trim real quick. Okay, so overall I think that's going to work better for this area. So that's good. I'm trying to take a look at the chat as well, but we're actually pretty busy tonight, so thank you everybody for being here, by the way. Over 1,000 likes. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for getting us there. Am I playing on PC? I am playing on PC, yes. Hats off to console players. I don't think I would survive. I think I would die. The gable and the octagon, yes. 10 out of 10 do recommend. And hey, thank you so much for the follow. I've missed most of them because I'm not looking over there very much, but I do appreciate it still. So I think you did give me permission to move the windows, so I am going to center those. Oh wait, these are stacked. I'm guessing that wasn't supposed to happen either, so I'll just get rid of that. And here's what I'm thinking with in regards to the open faces that I just said we were kind of missing here. It's a lot of flat shapes, and there aren't a lot of shapes that are sort of intersecting. Here is an example of a shape being intersected by another shape, but because it's sort of cut off on both sides still, it really doesn't read the same. So what we're trying to do is basically help there be less severe horizontal lines and break some of that up. So I'm trying to think of how to best do that. We might want to remove maybe some of the floor trim. That could help with that quite a bit. Oops, I just deleted something I didn't mean to delete. Hang on. Okay. Alright, sorry. Like actual real life things. There we go. Okay, so this would help if we were able to open some of this up a little bit. But also the heaviness that all these floor trims provide is it's vibes versus like other vibes. It's a battle in my brain. You also play on PS4. I don't think I could do it. So crazy. Because the controls just seem weird. Alright, I'm going to replace the octagons back here to be a little bit more similar. So that one should just fit with a simple resize. Yeah, that's fine. Is it going to clip in? It is going to clip in. Darn. Okay, well, do you guys want to see another trick with octagons? Because if you have a shape like this and you try to put an octagon roof on, 9 times out of 10 it's going to clip into your house, which you don't want. So we're going to take, you'd rather it flow? Okay, I might remove some of the heavier parts of the build then to try and open it up a little bit more to be visually more light. You're not going to lose a lot of the heaviness just because there's so much black, but it'll help a little bit. So anyway, a half octagon trick. Take 2 diagonal half hipped roof pieces with the hipped portion facing out like so, and then grab a straight on half gabled roof piece and place it between. Pull in the eaves. My voice is leaving. Match the pitch. And it looks like an octagon, walks like an octagon, quacks like an octagon, but is in fact not clipping into your build. So it's fantastic. And we could add a little bit more shape to this too if we wanted to. Pitch it up, Shift C, add a little bit of a curve. We just want to make sure that we're matching it. Whoa, that was the wrong key combo. On the other pieces as well. I need to take a drink before I die. Alright, so I've got the green light to tweak things, so I will be taking you up on that because this is a beautiful build, and I'd like to give it that little bit of extra like grandeur. PS4 isn't by choice, fair, but you play with a keyboard and mouse. Yes, so I believe that if you attach a keyboard and a mouse to your console, you can still access most, if not all, of the same controls as you can access on PC. Because some things just are not available on console, which is weird to me. Like, I don't understand why that's, oh, the columns are pitched down. Oh my gosh. I swear English is my first language. It's actually my only language, but here I am struggling. So I am going to see if I can copy these roof pieces to place down here instead of an octagon, just because that's going to give us a better shot at not clipping. And I'll pitch it down to about window height if I can. There we go. Okay, that one doesn't want to play nice. That's good enough. Alright, so it's not clipping in, which is the goal, but we are having some issues with it not wanting to line up properly. There we go. Okay. Now this side might not work. Which would be a shame. I see messages coming up, but I am very focused right now. Darn. Okay, so it will not work on this side due to the lot boundaries. And yeah, there's not an angle I can rotate it. Alright, we will have to try an octagon instead then and just cross our fingers that we can pitch it correctly to where it won't clip. Oh, you can go up. There we go. So, in theory, most roof pieces won't clip if they're below the wall height, but the octagons don't quite work like that, which is a bummer. They just basically clip if they feel like it, which is extremely inconsistent and inconsiderate of them. Okay, I think that what you had going back there is going to be the best option in that case, so we will just leave that. Oh, I forgot about this. We can put you back on your tower over here. Maybe? Okay, good enough. Oh, you play with a controller? I highly, highly, highly recommend, based on what I know about console, to grab a mouse and a keyboard. Because you can actually do all the things if you have the mouse and the keyboard. So weird. But hey, I'm not a game designer. What do I know? Maddie, hi, welcome. You play on PS5 but use a keyboard and mouse? Awesome. And wait, you can access the Sims 3 camera if you use a keyboard and mouse on console? I did not know that. I was told that was impossible. That's fantastic. For the half-hipped roof octagon, the bay window has to have at least two whole tiles. Could make it work, maybe you're doing wrong. So sometimes the diagonal roof pieces don't intersect properly, so that may be what was happening if the roof was too narrow. That is a possibility. Yes, you can get the Sims 3 camera on console if you use a mouse and keyboard. That is fantastic. I will be passing that information on. I've unintentionally lied to many people, but in my defense, I don't play on console, so I couldn't exactly test it. So that is very good to know. So this is where I may be trying to break up some of the curve, or some of the roof, but I need it to curve properly. I don't think that's quite going to be worth it. I think that going with getting rid of some of the floor trim is going to be a better direction to go. Oh, didn't want to do all of that. Okay, if you hold shift, you'll just get rid of the floor trim on one section at a time, which can be helpful for instances like that where I accidentally deleted it from around the roof, which is not what I wanted to do. So I can just delete one section at a time by holding shift. Super duper handy. Okay, so that is... Okay. I think that this is going to be a good example. So here, we have a rectangle and then another rectangle stacked on top of it. But if we get rid of that trim, it's a long rectangle, therefore breaking up the rest of the face of the build. And it's minimal, but it lets the eye keep moving, basically. I didn't go to art school. I went to film production school. So I don't know if all these are the correct terms, but I am doing my best. But yeah, basically the idea there is you're going to give the eye an opportunity to continue moving as opposed to having to stop at that floor trim. You're living proof. Well, thank you. And since using a keyboard and mouse helps with lag a lot. Fascinating. Hey, thank you for sharing the live. TikTok is telling me to encourage you to share it more, but hey, that's totally up to you guys if you feel like the content is worth sharing or if you even know other people that play The Sims. One of the reasons I started doing this on the internet is because I need to figure out what trim you're actually using here. I don't know people in the real world that play, so I was trying to find friends. And I have so many friends. Okay, I think all the trims are matching now, so that's great. I still am not in love with this tower roof, but I think the rest of it is looking quite a bit better. So I think the tower roof is the last thing I'm going to work on. Move your little spire, I think it's called spire, down. Alright, this is a square. How wide is the square? Well, okay then. So what I'm going to do is grab a wall and a room and place... Oh, darn. So what I'm going to do is grab a platform and actually raise this up as far as it will go. I just did another video about platforms versus foundations, so if you don't know the difference, you can check that out. So I'm going to raise this, and now what I should be able to do is grab a half-hipped roof piece. I'm only going to make it one tile wide, but drag these eaves out to cover that other tile, pitch it up so that it lines up with the top of that platform, Shift C to get some extra curves, which of course are going to be weird, because the roof is only a tile wide or whatever. Okay, now that I have that, I should be able to copy, rotate, and place this all around the roof. And the reason that it's only one tile wide, excuse me, is because if the roof wall runs into a fence, it deletes it. But if the roof wall doesn't run into the fence, then we can grab some cute little fence like this to place at the top. Haha. Now if I make this tall wall, haha, I love that hack. If I make this tall wall height, even though there aren't any walls, I can actually still make this even taller. We're just gonna go as tall as we can go and see how we feel about it. Okay, so there is that, and then what else am I going to want to do? I need to grab the shingles. I need to grab a platform trim that has some sort of black part at the top. That will work to place up at the top. We will grab the roof trim. We were using this one, the angled out roof trim. And do we want to freeze? Oh, was it a floor trim or a freeze around the outside? I didn't even check to see. It is a freeze. Oh, sick, because that means I can place that at the top here. Maybe. I thought about it. Okay. So, that is going to be my new submission to be a tower roof. So, I think that's what I've got. Now, that does mean that we will not be using our little spire thingy. I mean, we could put it somewhere else on the roof if we wanted to. I'm actually just going to get rid of it. I think we have enough going on. I'm pretty happy with that. Without changing too many more walls, without spending another hour on it, I think that this is better. So what we changed is try to add more verticalness and not quite so much horizontal going on. We did adjust the pitch mostly of all the roof pieces. That was really the main change, and then changed up the shape of the tower roof. So here is the after, and I'll grab the gallery image for before as well. This is pretty dark, but you can see kind of how the roof is quite severely sloped, which is fine, right? But it just wasn't giving enough height to the build. And I think that the tower roof is definitely going to serve it a lot better now as well. So I will upload this to the gallery so that you can take a look. Oh, I was also going to mention with the terrain paint, just like grabbing more of the sort of dirt, just a big soft brush and just sort of running it around under stuff to make it look more dead. That could be an option. So I will upload this to the gallery, then I'll catch up on chat and see how we're doing. Oh, you did hashtag salmon bean. I didn't even see that. Thank you. Reroof. Okay. Also, if you would like to be featured on this live, which will be available for replay tomorrow on YouTube as well, if you have to leave or something, hashtag SamHelpLive is what you can put on your builds, and then if the if the live is slow or whatever, I will take a look at that and see what's going on if nobody has anything. Okie dokie. Let's take a look and see. It makes sense. The trim lines up. Whether those lines are, yes. Scale and proportion, J, yes. I'm sure those are very important words here. I just don't know exactly how they apply. It's been so... I took one art class, and it was when I was 6 years old. I don't remember very much. I see you say here, I didn't know how to do that, but exactly what I wanted. Don't know what I was doing, but I'm glad. The tower looks more like a tower than kind of random. Yeah, I think that just increasing the verticalness, letting the eye travel straight up is what fixed that. Vampire Bunny says it's pretty. It is gorgeous. This is a lovely build. This should have been the base game goth house. I know. Basically any black house, or any house in this general shape and style that I've seen is better than the base game goth house. I'm glad this is worthy of being proud of. Hopefully these roofing tips gave you some ideas. Catherine, the fence, the upper balcony patio. Yes. So the issue with fencing this area is the reason that we had to make this be only one tile wide. Because if the wall of the roof lines up with the fence, it will delete it. So if I put a fence, I'll just draw a little fence here for you. So if I draw a little fence, you can see I placed a fence all the way around, but because the wall of the roof runs into it, it automatically deletes it. There is actually a fence there. So the only way to be able to really fix that would be to extend only the eave, in which case you have to have at least 2 tiles open. So that is why we did not do that. The roof tower is what you wanted. Awesome. So yes, the main trick there is to make sure that your roof walls do not intersect the fence because it'll mess everything up. Yeah, so it's annoying though, for sure. But hey, that's just one of the cool things we get to work around with. Monica, that film production school sounds fun. It was delightful. It was amazing. I only went for 3 semesters, but it was fabulous. I loved it. It was also a liberal arts school, so I took a lot of other classes as well. Overall, it was really cool. As a homeschool student, it was a little bit weird. Like the first couple of months, it was a huge adjustment period just because like I wasn't used to like having a teacher. I was very used to just grabbing a textbook and teaching myself. Like that's how school worked for the last 5 or 6 years. So that was kind of weird. Also, I would get graded down for having a different, basically for not writing what the teacher wanted me to write, which I thought was really weird. So I'm still kind of bitter about that. Like it's an opinion piece, let me have an opinion. But that didn't relate to the film stuff. The film stuff was fantastic. A lot of the stuff you can just learn online, which is really cool. So if you are interested in film production and you want some resources, please hit me up, let me know. But yeah, being able to be on set and actually do film production things, I was on set for, I mean, my own projects, like about a dozen of those, but a few bigger projects as well. The seniors did full-on 10-minute films, and you're thinking like 10 minutes. Nah, it was like 4 full 12 to 14-hour days of shooting. It's a lot. It's a lot of work, but oh my gosh, I loved it. And yeah, it gave me the introduction to like editing and stuff, so it definitely did help, I would say, with being on YouTube. Half the battle with YouTube, though, honestly, is just being entertaining enough to keep viewers around. Like you can't learn that in school, though. You just have to figure that out as you go along. Shenanigans, you're heading to bed. Thank you. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Have a great night's sleep. I hope that you rest well. So yeah. Overall, I'd say film production school, if you're looking to get into film production and you don't have experience, you could take some classes. But if you're already like doing film stuff, I would recommend more of the online resources as opposed to shelling out thousands of dollars for a school, especially if you can't just skip those intro level classes. Because if you already know the intro level stuff, like how to work a camera, how to set up shots, basic terminology, like how to organize your files, you're just gonna waste the whole first year. Heading to bed as well, Katrina. Good night. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I know the stream is kind of late, but kids, you got to do it after they go to bed. You shared the Darden family lot? Okie dokie. We can take a quick look at that. I'll pop back out to Manage Worlds here. Oh, and Shenanigans sent a donut. Thank you so much. I am back and forth. I feel like a terrible host. I'm not recognizing like likes and gifts and things. It's not on purpose, I promise. I'm just very into very into builds. Okay, so let's take a look at the hashtag. Sam help. Nope, that's not how you spell help. Live. Hopefully, what? Oh, dang it. Okay. Huzzah. Okay, so, killersmurf. Oh, I recognize that. It looks like you uploaded it twice. I'll grab the newer one just in case you had to change something. 64 byte. I can do that. Not in Vampire World, though. Pop over to my favorite. Oh, it's in Windenburg? Okay, I'll place it there then, since you asked. This one. Oh, I've just been leaving this one up. You know what? You guys can leave. You don't need to be there anymore. Savage, you have no clue if you did the hashtag on the gallery. You just saw it? Okay, cool. I'll take a look at that one next. I don't think I've missed any. We're going to take a look at this one real quick, and I could take a look at that. Unless somebody else asked for one that I just completely missed, please let me know. Their house is the orange one. Oh, that's right, because you have like a whole bunch of people on the same lot. Alrighty, so this is my most recent massive build, the Inherited Manor Challenge. If you haven't already checked it out, all the links and stuff for it are on my website, salmonbean.com, which is probably the most convenient way to find all of that. let's take a look at this, because I've seen the pictures, but I haven't actually explored it yet. I do get a little sad every time I build on this lot after I've used it for like playtesting for one of the manors, because they're just so huge. And they took so much time to put together. It's fine though, it's on... I have this save file stashed so many places. I'm not losing it. The lot was created with move objects, oh no. So this, oh darn, looks like the orange one is the only one where the siding stayed. That's kind of sad. Oh well. Now I'm curious is if all of these are like the exact same. Wow. Yep. So big. Alright, so I think, what were you working on? Last I remember you were working on the roof and we were debating if it was like too steep or not, and were you here at the beginning of the stream or not? Because I addressed this like first build, which is sometimes the angle isn't severe enough of a difference. So I'll leave this one and I'll change the roof on this one and we can see if we like that better. So basically I'm just going to pitch all of these down, maybe. You must have quite the computer for this to run though. There we go. Or it's just because I'm running like 7 applications. Okay. So I don't know if that helps or not, but changing up the angle of the top roof so that it's a little bit more of a severe change might help with some of the shape there. These lots are just so huge. I like the lawn stripes on this one, that's fun. You don't know how it runs, but your game does quit on you sometimes. I'm not surprised because mine is struggling a little bit here. Oh, and look, you're doing like the rundown and everything. It looks more like a hat. I could see that. Like a stocking cap. Let's see. The challenge house is gorgeous. Well, thank you. It was a lot of fun to put together. That's definitely going to become an annual thing. Well, if there's nothing else that we were looking at on this one, everything else is, I mean, I don't know. I don't know enough about townhouses really to be super confident in this style, but overall I would say, well, it looks good. Are these stairs going opposite directions? That's interesting. I don't know why that is, but that's an interesting choice. Making it run down because you're going through the years. That's fun. I still want to do a video about how to like make builds feel old. Let's see. Who else Savage did? Okay, Savage, let's take a look and see what you have up there. Oh, this one, the Bistro Library. I'm guessing, since that's the only other one up there, that's a 30 by 20. This is so cute. Okay. Let's see. Because I move objects on, I can do that. What are we looking for on this one specifically? I'll jump over to a 30-20. Just wait for a second. You're 30-20. I want one that I know has like at least semi-decent lighting. Commercial landscaping? Oh, okie dokie. We can work on that. Are these 30? These are 30-20s. Let's just put it down over here then. We'll take a look. Unless, of course, it's a sideways 20 by 30, and then I'll move again. Oh, here's another question for you guys. So, I'm sure you've all seen by now the all but 100% confirmed rumors that we are getting a horse-themed pack, which is super duper exciting. But I'm not a horse person, so if you are a horse person, this might not be a super exciting video for you. But is that a pack that you guys would like to see me grab up and do some like build stuff with or not, knowing that I am not a horse person? Okay, so this is very, very paved and you're looking to break up some of the pavement. I could see that. This is cute though. This is adorable. I really love the juxtaposition there of the two different styles. So on the back, probably not going to do too much back here since there's not a lot of space. Probably the best thing, honestly, would be a couple of doors coming off the back here, like off of a staff area with air quotes that you can't see, and a fence. That's probably the most landscaping I would do back there. But let's take a look up here. Alright, so this is very, very concrete-y. I like this over here. I'd probably honestly do a couple more of those. See if we move this over. What happens if we just copy and place one of these? So that would split the lot a bit. I don't think we need 2 flagpoles though. But because this is all concrete, I would probably go with the elevated beds like you already have going on here. Just use them more like fences. I probably should have counted to see how many tiles we were doing. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7 and 8, but there's not much I can do about that one. Pull that back. Okay, so there are... Oops. Oh, that's scaled down. There we go. I have a brain and I can use it. So that was just my first thought, was actually just grabbing some of these raised beds, which you already have. So that is a start. Now, if you still wanted more green, I have to adjust these tables a wee bit as well, I think. Make sure your Sims can still access them properly. You could probably expand this one and change it to be... It's not quite wide enough for a fountain, but maybe some more... like a water feature or a sculpture or something more interesting there. It does leave this one to be more wide and this to be more narrow, but I think that follows the shape of the build okay. Let's see, what do I want to grab? I don't remember which packs you have for this. Let's see. Most of them. Okay. Most of them goes immediately for one of the base scheme fountains. So I think if we were to go for something like this, and then you have pink flowers, which is really cute growing up over here. So I'm going to grab the closest thing I can find. If I use any of the packs that you don't, I'll try not to. I'll try to stick with what I can see on here. I'm thinking specifically of the camping ones, which I don't see you have here, so maybe just base game. Those aren't quite the right pink. I'm looking for a nice... Is that right? I really want to get as close to the same color as I can. That one's close. Just to make the brain connect the dots on the lot, basically, and bring it all together. Don't really like those bushes, though. Alright, I think I'll go with this one. And maybe some rocks. When in doubt, boulders. Alright, Tech is here IRL, so that's who I'm going to be talking to in just a second here. Oh. Hi, honey. Hi. Did you hear my cry for help for the connection issues that we were having?
TikTok was choking.
Yeah, just TikTok though, so that makes me assume that it's the app thing.
It's the TikTok.
That it is in fact the TikTok causing the problems. I don't think it was me.
Yeah, historic. It's just.
I think I want some low flowers as well. Not the daisies, those are too messy. So it's just that.
I think it's just the app being beta.
Okay. Oh, that's right, it is still in beta, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I want a little bit more filler on here. Talking to you guys again. So I am scaling these flowers down though, because I don't want them to completely overtake everything. I just want a little bit more of a flower bed vibe. And unfortunately, we cannot do terrain paint on this area. I don't believe, I'm pretty sure this is flooring. Yes. So we can't do terrain paint. No, thank you. I'd like the flower. There we go. Just this. But I think this will give it a little bit more of a flower bed vibe, which is cute next to the cafe. Do I want these little flowers as well? Maybe not in pink. Maybe I'll grab some white. I'm seeing messages come up again, so I will take a look. When I'm done being hyper-focused on tiny flowers. Okay. Do. Oh, oops, yeah. Yeah, Space is weird. You have all the packs. Okay, because I know that some of the, like, camping flower things are really cute, and I've been using a lot of those, so I was going to look at adding those, but I didn't want to add something that you didn't have, like these little things. These are just adorable. They're quickly becoming one of my new favorite ground cover plants. Okay, so there's a bit of a flower bed, and then of course with the fountain running, I think that that'll add just a little bit of movement to the center of the lot, right? Like we were talking about the other one with keeping the eye flowing, bringing the pink forward on the lot. So now we have like a dividing line of pink, but it's a very cheerful dividing line between the two lots. So I don't know, what do you think of that? And if you really wanted to, you could bring some of these flowers out to the side hedges as well. I just think that using those as sort of fences or dividers between the two lots is good, and you can still leave a path here if you wanted to. This is just absolutely adorable though, I love this. Actually, I want to take a look inside while we're here. Oh wow, that's actually, okay, this is a lot of floor. This is a little bit busy for me. I probably wouldn't have picked it, but it also looks really good. I love this wall. That's fantastic. This is such a nice little cafe. And then over here, is this a bookstore? You probably said in the lot description that I totally didn't read. Oh, maybe a library. Library bookstore. I'm still going with bookstore. It's my suspicion, except there are computers. Nope, don't know, but it's adorable. Or the computers in the cafe. Oh wait, they're connected. Are they connected or are they not connected? No, they're not connected. I see. I can see. Yep. Can confirm. It is library. Okay, cool. Because I was thinking library, and then I was thinking bookstore, and then back to library. It's adorable. This is a fantastic lot. This is a great multi-purpose lot. Kenna, you're excited for the pack, but annoyed that they keep breaking the DLC smaller and smaller. I didn't play the other games, so I can appreciate the frustration, but I don't experience it. But, yeah, I could see where that would be frustrating if you're used to having all the things in one pack. I feel like they're trying to do it under the guise of like make it easier for simmers to customize their games and whatever, but it is frustrating. Alright, I'm going to put this one back on the gallery so you can take a look at that landscaping if you would like to. Unless... Oops. Why are you elevated? You're not supposed to be elevated. rude. Unless we wanted to also sort of enclose this area to make it feel a little bit more private. That could be cute as well. Alright, so I'm going to upload this one to the gallery. So you could take a look if you like. I realize I'm doing all these TikTok, but it's TikTok and YouTube. I think I'm just going to leave it with the hashtag TikTok. If you go to my gallery and you search by hashtag TikTok, you'll find all of these, like, re-roofs and things. I'll just pretend that that's what I've been doing this whole time. Nifty. So that is up. Some of the items may be missing because I don't have all of the packs, and I believe you had a few that I did not have. But you can take a closer look at the landscaping, see if you like it while I'm not just zooming around the screen the whole time. Alright, I think we have time for one more if anybody has one, or just other random build questions. Let me see. Oh, I think TikTok's caught up pretty much. Bailey said yes if you want. I think that was to the question about getting the pack. I'll probably end up with it at some point. I'd like all of them at some point. I have big plans for the future, but just like as not a horse person, I don't know if my insight would be valuable. So I don't know if I'd like get the pack and do a whole build, buy, review, whatever, since I don't know the names of anything. Or if it would be like a, maybe I'll just hold off on that one and let the horse girls and horse boys and horse whatever have their day. Do you have anything on building pools on the roof? That is a good question. Let's jump over to a different lot where I can just build some stuff. So pools are a room type. So you can't just like not have, let's jump over here. Like you can't just not have the space below it also be a pool. But you can build pools on any level where you can build a room. So you can have a rooftop pool. I'm pretty sure it follows the same sort of restrictions. Just build a little tower here and see. Right, because I can't build up any higher than this, but I should be able to build a pool on this level. Yes, okay, so you can just build pools on pretty much any level. So that is great. And then as far as what to put next to the pool, I like to do like a dining area often, or some sort of bar somewhere that you could have, gosh, sorry, my voice is just completely leaving. Like windows looking into the pool, actually here. To prove that I'm not doing any sort of magic, move objects is off, and you can just place windows looking into the pool. So should be as simple as that, and then grabbing a little staircase going up to the roof. If there's a bedroom on the level under, it will be sitting in the bedroom. Right, so this is just a room full of water. You can't really build anything else in here. You'd have to put any other rooms directly below it. If I grab, I know that you don't have this pack, but if I grab the Island Living pack, jump over to the decorations. I believe that there is there's like a floor window thing. There we go. So if I put this in the bottom of the pool, right, and then go down. There we go. We can see that the pool is in the level above us. If I can remember the controls, there we go. So that's where the pool is. And since it is a room type, this is the 4th floor with the pool there, and you'd have to build next to it, but you can't like have a pool and a bedroom occupy the same space. Hopefully that helps. I think a lot of people just think of a pool as a pool and don't recognize necessarily that it is a room, but it is a room. So wherever you're going to put a pool, it's just a room that has access through the roof. If anyone here is a horse person, you're legally obligated to mention your friend's podcast, Horse Girls, where they talk about early 2000s horse books. That sounds delightful for anyone who's into horses. So it is called Horse Girls. That's just the name of the podcast, Horse Girls. That's fun. You try again. The pool dug into your room that was on the floor. Interesting. It shouldn't be like clipping into anything. That sounds weird. But yeah, so this is the pool room. So if you were to have a bedroom under the pool, it would have to be on this level, or next to it. I don't know. Hopefully that helps. I don't know about the clipping issue though. That is weird. Yeah, and I mean, we don't have to build a house this tall. I was just curious about if I could actually build a pool on the top floor. Can I add walls or a fence to the ends? So I cannot add a wall on that floor because this is the 4th floor. But, oh, excuse you, sir. There we go. But I can add a fence, so I can just draw a fence along the edge. So this is now how you have to keep Sims in the pool since they don't need a ladder. But that works fine. And then if the pool is not on the top floor, which why would it be, then you can just place walls all around it and make a room. That's not spooky at all. And I think, can you add a fence over top? You cannot add a fence over top. Okay, couldn't remember. You figured out the basement, now you have to get your pool to work. Good luck. Basements are nice. In real life, I just forget about them in the game all the time. Also, while we're talking about basements, so when you build your house, if you raise the foundation and then add the basement using the basement tool in this particular order, then the ground clips up around it. And I was told earlier this year that you could actually use this arrow inside your basement to drag the foundation level down, and then that solves your terrain clipping issues. I didn't move it quite to the right height. There we go. So that's how that gets fixed, which took me forever to figure out. Now, if you have a house and then you add a basement with the basement tool and then you raise the foundation, it won't clip. If you have a room or a house and you go down and add the basement just like a normal room, I don't think it clips that way either. Or what if you have a house with a foundation and then go down and add the basement like a normal room? That doesn't clip either. It's only if you start with the foundation and then add the basement with the basement tool, which is weird. What is my favorite pack that I have? Okay, that is a really good question. As a builder, I like Get Together the best, and as a player, actually. It's one of the earlier packs, but it has the biggest world. It has the most lots. It has the most variety of lot sizes. It has two 64 by 64 lots. It has incredible build mode stuff with the windows and the wallpapers and all of that. Just absolutely gorgeous. Create a Sim, definitely dated, for sure. Like, I know nothing about fashion, and I know that. But the club functions and being able to do like nightclubs and DJ skills and hold clubs and parties and the dance skill and all that stuff, it's fantastic. So if you do not have Get Together or Seasons, those are always the first packs I recommend grabbing. Do I have mods? I have two. So I have the build cam mod, which lets me go into the live mode camera in build mode, which is super handy for screenshots. I can zoom around the neighborhood. I'll try to not give you too much motion sickness. So that is a super handy mod to have. I also have MCCC because it lets me control things in my game, especially when I need play testing. Like if I need somebody to have a baby right now, I can just make that happen with MCCC. So those are the two mods that I have. Storing some things in the build mode. Yeah. So. Oh, also it has like the best landscaping stuff. So let me grab a direction where the lighting is decent. That's good. Okay. So I love the Get Together wallpapers. It's all the Tudor style stuff, and you can do alternating patterns. It has so many different swatches, and the swatches within the pack at least all match, which is super duper handy. I absolutely, absolutely love the wallpaper options in this pack. So those are super duper fun. And the windows overall are really nice. They do have some stained glass options, which is lovely. You could always use more stained glass windows. And they all match with like their wood tones and their colors and everything, which is really nice. Can't say the same for all packs. There are some more funky type windows as well, sort of more contemporary style windows. So it's not all old-fashioned Tudor style, but it is primarily, which is, again, just absolutely lovely. And then there are the more simple style windows as well, which I use a lot. I love everything about this pack. They've got the doors, sort of the more medieval type doors, as well as a couple of the more contemporary style doors. I am running out of voice apparently, and I'm on tall wall height, which is why they look so short. What else do I love from this pack? Oh, literally everything. The fences, I love these fences. This one has little plants on the side. This one has like just the cutest little cutout pattern. It's adorable. It's very thick. It's very sturdy. It's absolutely lovely. This is the Get Together pack. This is my favorite pack, and I'm just showing you my favorite items from the pack, which is like 90% of the pack. Also, this fence with like the little vines growing on it, like how cute is that? And we've got some nice gates as well. Unfortunately, there is not a tall gate to match this fence, which is an absolute tragedy. But this one's pretty cool. This ironwork one is quite nice, as well as this like garden gate style one. There is some landscaping stuff. The most noteworthy thing in here is that there's a bush that you can pee in. And woohoo. Very important. And take a nap, actually. It's a very useful bush. This is all of the landscaping stuff. There's so much landscaping stuff. There's some stuff for pools, I don't care. There's also this adorable little birdhouse. I love using this. This trellis archway thing, which your Sims can walk under. It is not a wedding arch, which I think is weird. I think they should have made it a wedding arch, but they didn't. What else do I use? Oh, this one is great for like adding to cabins and stuff. A little bit of wood storage. The giant snail, for whatever reason. Some ruins as well, so if you like building old castles and things, this is like the pack that you need. Oh gosh, what else do I use in here? There's some sculptures as well, which I don't use as much, but they're still helpful to have, for like community lots and stuff, for sure. This is really cute as well. I like this item. I just, like literally everything in this pack is my favorite. Some of the furniture is a little bit too contemporary for me. I do prefer more of the traditional style stuff, but like look at this chair. It's a lovely chair. This one also came with dance floors, which is very important. They light up, so take that into consideration. The DJ booths, again, that's a skill. Okay, let's take a look at the skill items this pack has. This is just turning into a why you need to buy Get Together. So it's got the DJ skill. It has the Don't Wake the Llama card and now puzzle table as well. So that's fantastic. It has darts. It has the foosball. It has an arcade table. Like this pack has so much stuff going for it. Bonfires. I believe this was the first pack that introduced bonfires. It has some pretty decent wall art as well. Yeah, oh, and then some other fun items like this cabinet here. This cabinet, very much like medieval, Tudor, and nightclub, just sort of all wrapped together in a really solid pack. So, oh, and also the wardrobe, which you can also woohoo in. Again, very important to know that. So, yes, my favorite thing about this pack is like literally everything. I love this pack so much. The pack has some cool debug items. It does have some incredible debug. That is absolutely true. It just has like extra versions of most of this stuff, which is super duper fun. Trying to think like what other packs. Like if I did a tier list of like the best packs, I think Get Together would be like top tier alone. I don't think there's another pack that I have that I love quite as dearly. Eco Lifestyle has some really good build stuff. It's just like half the items for whatever reason. Yeah. Now, Jungle Adventure I just got recently, so I have not played with this pack very much. What I have seen so far, however, I do love quite a bit. There's just so much, just really awesome rustic style stuff in here that I feel like you could just add into any build and it would go, which is really fun. Plus, they actually have matching lower and upper cabinets, which is a big deal. You'd love to see a tier list? I will think about it. It would have to be a build mode tier list because that's pretty much all I do. The last tier list I did, I think, was roof types, which was a weirdly popular video. That was almost a year ago. I think that's the video that got me to, no. I think that might be the video that got me to 100 subscribers. It was either that one or how to roof on curved walls. One of those two that I put up in July last year is when I hit 100 subscribers, which was, I cried. It was crazy. Also, nobody asked, but kits. I have purchased well, no, I didn't purchase this one. This one was a free one for some of the players. The Oasis something something kit, the Little Campers kit, the Plants kit, the Decor to the Max kit. I think that's all of them. Yeah, those are the ones that I have. The Plants kit, honestly, that's probably like the one that I would not have purchased out of the 4 of these. The Decor to the Max kit, you're probably not going to use all of the items in any single build, but you will use a couple of the items here and there, and it just adds so much like flavor. It's like salt for your build. It's delicious. And the Little Campers kit, adorable. Like, just if you play with families, I highly recommend this kit. And then the Oasis one, it was free. Still love it though. I would have purchased it. It's got some pretty good stuff in there. How did I get free kits? Okay, so was it just this past October? I think it was, yeah. So just this past October is when the base game Sims 4 actually became free. And so to sort of quell some of the anger, I guess, that was coming from some of the players who had paid for the base game and were now upset that it was for free, of course, because there's always going to be somebody like that. They gave away the Oasis kit for like 6 weeks before the base game was free. So if you played The Sims 4 before it became free on October 18th, I think, I only remember that because it's a birthday in the family. If you played before then, you got that kit for free. Otherwise, you would get the base game for free later on. So that's how that free kit came about. I do not know if the team will give away more free kits or not. More of the Little Kids Campers kit, yes. So unfortunately, I didn't grab the Better Build By mod yet, so I can't just sort by the one kit. But I'll pull out as many of the items here as I can just grab. I think, oh, there's a little fire thing in the swing set, which is fantastic. Bunch of plants. There are some decorative items as well, which I don't care as much about. Some toys. Radio, let's see. Nope. Fairy lights, I think that's about everything. I might have missed a couple of things, but so this is most of the kit. There's this little cot, which is adorable. It has a lot of just neat little swatches. It's really cute. This is a seat, this is a seat, this is a seat. I believe this is a seat as well. And then this is a table. There is also a game table. This one. There we go. So they have a game table and a dining table that look the same. Super duper cute though. I actually do like this whole like little painted thing quite a bit. And the swatches all match, and there are just so many fun colors. So there are more neutral colors, there are brighter colors, but it definitely looks like hey kids, here's some leftover paint, go paint the table, which is a fond memory of mine. The swing set, definitely one of the most desired items in the pack. It has the rug version and the not rug version. Neutrals, colors, this one is adorable. My personal favorite item though is probably this dollhouse, because it's just like built out of random stuff, and it is just, I love it. It's just so cute, you know, like it's something that you would put together in your garage or something, you know. It's really fun. Now there is another item I wanted to show you. This one. Okay, so this is another item in that kit. Oh gosh. Okay, sorry about that. Again, I have not streamed or recorded in a really long time. My voice is not used to this, but that's okay. I'll be back Wednesday. Um, rain or shine. So this is actually a little house thing that you can put other toys and stuff inside. So then your kids can play inside out of the rain or whatever. And oh, and there's also this movie projector screen. I forgot about that too, which is literally just a bed sheet on a couple of poles. This is so fantastic. So yeah, this is definitely. I mean, I only have 4 kits, and I like all of them. Um, but this one is probably my favorite of the kits. This is the Little Campers kit. Highly recommend if you play with families a lot. There's not a lot of like build mode stuff unless you're playing with families, but if you do play with families, I definitely recommend this one. You use the desert kit all the time, especially the curtains. Yes, the curtains in the desert kit were much needed. And the platform recently had free packs. Yeah, was that Epic Games, I think, that had the free packs? I did do that. I did snag those free packs. That was the luxury party, I think. Luxury party, the jungle something. Um, there was a third one. I don't remember. Oh, it's one of the clothing kits that I don't care about. Yeah, so I guess that's a good point. Sometimes there are kits available on different platforms for free or other packs. So there's some of the older packs that were given away for free as a promo, which was fun. So keep an eye on Sims news, I guess, is the lesson there. Um, let's see. Oh, I missed a lot. I'm sorry. Polly Pocket, hopefully you're still here. Would ever make a video on roofing apartment penthouse in city living? Yes, that is a video I want to make on YouTube specifically about the penthouse lot types because they have some quirks and I'd love to show you guys those. Bailey, yes, TikTok lets you do horizontal. I messed that up, I think, on my last stream. But yes, if I set it to viewing horizontal, you guys can view it horizontal, which is great for like games and stuff. What do I recommend for beginners? Like if you're super duper new to the game, like for packs, I'm assuming is what you're asking. I always recommend seasons and get together as your first packs. Just because they add to the whole game. Something like Get Famous is great, but only if you want to get famous, whereas Seasons impacts literally every other aspect of the game, right? It adds holidays and stuff like that. And then Get Together, it's a massive world. There are tons of activities. It has cafes and nightclubs, which is just extra stuff for your Sims to go do. So I feel like those packs add the most to your game that also interacts well with other packs that you'll add later on. Hopefully that makes sense. Cats and Dogs, also another great one. And then Parenthood, actually. I recommend Parenthood over Growing Together, just because a lot of the gameplay sort of overlaps, and Parenthood is less buggy, frankly, right now. So, yeah, that's what I'd recommend to start out with. You sold the second show, the swings. The swings were a pop, like everybody was talking about these swings. You think you have the kit? I forget a lot of times what I have, but this is a top tier kit. This is fantastic. Waiting on a sale. I don't think there's anything I would recommend getting like not on sale. None of them are worth that. And of course, if you're on PC, like you can take a look at mods and stuff. But getting a pack on sale, or at the very least, getting a bundle, definitely recommend that. Montana, you love this kit. This is such a great kit. This is such a fun kit. The plants kit, I don't know. It just feels off. It feels like some of the plants are too big and some of them are too small. I don't know. I think it would have been nice if they'd done a little bit more cohesion with some of the plants, like put them all in the same pot swatches. I think that might be part of it. Parenthood is just better than Growing Together with the parenting skill. For family gameplay, I genuinely recommend Parenthood over Growing Together. Also, because you can do the different parenting styles, your kids have more consequences. You can do like the chores and all that. It's just more fun. And it adds the like responsibility traits and stuff for your kids. It's just a lot of fun. What is my favorite world? Ooh, that one's tricky. I do. Let's jump out to the world feed or the world maps because I'm gonna have to. There are so many pros and cons to so many of the worlds. That is a tough question. What's the difference between kits and packs? That's a good question. So there are basically 4 different types of DLC you can buy. There are expansion packs, which generally come with a world. The only one that didn't come with a world is Seasons. They come with a world, a lot of gameplay elements, a lot of build mode stuff, buy mode stuff, clothing. They have everything in them, the expansion packs do. Next down is game packs, which sometimes have a world, are more focused on a specific type of gameplay, like vampires came with a world, but it's a very small world, and it's like only about vampires. There's really not a lot of like interpack working there. It's just for vampires. Um, Below that is stuff packs, which are generally focused on an activity, like knitting or laundry, something like that. I don't think there's any stuff pack that came with the world. And then there are kits, which is like even smaller than that. So the kits are $5. They never go on sale, but that's like the little campers kit that I just showed you. That's like just backyard stuff. Or the plants kit, it's just plants. There are create a sim kits where it's like, I think there's one where it's just men's clothing. So those are like super duper focused. A lot of people start with the smaller packs and go up. I went backwards. I get the expansion packs and then work my way down, but that's pretty much how that works. So back to favorite worlds. So I love how big Windenburg is. I want to highlight this again. We've got basically four residential like neighborhood things, but each one is huge. It has at least 5 lots. You have two 64 by 64 lots. The world is gorgeous. And there's just like stuff for your Sims to do, which is a big deal. So I do love that world. However, as somebody who lives in the northern half of the states, I love building in Sulani as well. Now this pack gets a lot of mixed reviews, and I understand why, but if you just like need a drop of sunshine in your life, the lighting in this world is fantastic. It is just so fun to build in. Again, not a lot of like interpack stuff, like mermaids are, you're not really going to be a mermaid in Maine, so like you're not really going to combine the island living and the cats and dogs world and the gameplay and stuff, but oh wait, I do still have this lot. People have been asking me to put this on the gallery and I completely forgot. So like, it's a gorgeous world. It's absolutely beautiful. And again, most of the worlds have like pros and cons, but for my favorite world, like where I build the most and spend the most time, it's probably tied between Windenburg and Sulani. So this is an in-ground pool thing that I made that I was supposed to upload to the gallery, so I'll do that real quick. I'm just going to call it a cool pool. Heck yeah. I don't think I can select it as a room. So there's that. When do I think I'll get a sale next? That is a good question. I was off on the last one by about 3 weeks, so I wouldn't trust my predictions. But probably 3 to 5 weeks after the next expansion comes out would be my guess, at which point the expansion pack will not be on sale. The expansion packs don't usually go on sale until the second or third sale after they release. Some of the game packs are better than the expansions. You know what? That's fair. You use vampires more than Snowy Escape. I understand the appeal of Snowy Escape. It's just not for me. And if you don't love a cult, the vampires are worth it for the Create a Sim. They are pretty good with the Create a Sim for sure. Again, definitely like for a specific audience. I don't think they have the broad appeal some of the other packs do, but yeah, there are definitely game packs that I would recommend over expansions. I should do that too, make a list of like the order of packs. Well, I kind of do. On my website, link in bio, I do actually have a link to a spreadsheet where I sort of rate which packs have the best build mode stuff, buy mode stuff, and gameplay. I don't do Create a Sim because I just don't make Sims, so I'm pretty much useless in that department. But if you want my thoughts on stuff and I'm not like around, you can check that out. Do you happen to have a beginner tutorial? I have so many beginner tutorials. Most of my tutorials revolve around building. So if that's what you're looking for, boy, do I have the channel for you. So yeah, I've got 30 or 40 like super in-depth building tutorials. I would say about half of them are probably beginner level. So many different styles though. So yeah, because when I started playing, I wanted tutorials for like specific styles and I couldn't find them, and so I made them. Hang on, let me see. I'm supposed to be wrapping up and going to bed, but I'm not going to. Let me grab YouTube and pull up that playlist and I'll show you maybe. I just have to click too many things. Playlists. Okay. So I would recommend this one, Building Like a Nerd, in-depth whole house tutorials. So we don't have to play them all. I just want to see them. So we're gonna pause that. Shh. So I have 37 videos in this playlist so far. A lot of different styles. So yeah, they're mostly American. I haven't really done a lot of international stuff yet, but yeah, a lot of different styles there. So they'll have the difficulty rating on the thumbnail too. So hopefully that'll be helpful for you. But yeah, a lot of those. 100% I'll have you binging every tutorial. Thank you for the vote of confidence, which I appreciate that. You built a mid-century house and now your Sims dress and live like the 60s. That sounds really fun. Okay, I do have to head out and go to bed probably now. But let me run through my announcements one more time. So first of all, thank you everybody who watched and stayed. I really appreciate it. I know that the timing's a little bit weird, but like parenting, kids gotta go to bed. You know how it goes. So if you're not already, you should totally subscribe to YouTube because it's fun. Also, I have YouTube memberships now. It's 99 cents. If you're showing something other than 99 cents, somebody is trying to charge you extra. Don't pay them. Just log in on desktop. The only perks right now for that are emotes and some merch discount codes. Very limited, but also I'm still pretty small, things considered, and I'd love to add more to that in the future. So if you have ideas, please let me know. Also, join the Discord if you haven't already. We have a great time. There are a lot of really talented builders there. It's a great place to get building feedback and just talk about random nerdy things. So that's a lot of fun. I have a bunch of links on my website for a bunch of random stuff too, so you can check that out if you feel so inclined. I think that's everything. So thank you again, everybody, for hanging out with me today. It was a lot of fun working on your builds with you. Now, I will be back Wednesday playing not The Sims. A demo just released for a game I've been watching for a while called Sticky Business, so I'd love to play that with you guys. I think that you'll really enjoy it. And then I'll be back Friday with who knows what. You guys have to vote on what Friday's Sims-based stream will be. So, thank you again for hanging out with me today. I had a great time building with you, and I look forward to building with you again very, very soon. Have a great night, everyone.